welcome to HeadHeartYoga. I'm Sarah, and I just wanted to have a brief little discussion today about meditation, which I'm still learning about myself, and I have been for a long time, but I do think meditation is kind of this looming idea for most people, in the fact that, like, what is it and how do you do it, and is it even something that I can do, right? I think even of myself before I started yoga, and in my mind meditation meant clearing the mind, and I pictured things like having some moment of clarity or sitting in stillness and quiet for hours until you've reached some sort of enlightenment. I think other people feel like it is some extravagant thing that's supposed to happen to you when you do it the right way. So I thought, why not talk about meditation and how it's a lot easier than it seems to incorporate into your everyday. And I'm not saying it's easy to practice, but it's easy to start and to try to make it a part of your morning routine, or just something that you come to in the middle of your day. So in essence, what meditation can be for you, in a really kind of normal sense, is not clearing the mind, because for human beings, that's almost near impossible, right? Our mind is always working. It's called the monkey mind. And how are you supposed to quiet your mind? What would that even be like, to quiet the mind? But instead, meditation is finding really supreme presence. And that's like my own definition in my head and how I picture it. But even if it's 10 seconds of extreme and supreme presence, and by that I mean where you are locking into that very moment, right? The sounds in the room, the feel of maybe a mat beneath you or a chair beneath you, but all those 5 senses locking into that very moment. And even if it's just for 5 or 10 seconds, your mind is not moving on what your grocery list is or what you just said to your coworker. So it doesn't have to be this extravagant event, right? It can be something that you practice right in the middle of your day. So I recently started reading this book that's pretty popular. Maybe you've heard of it, but it was recommended by a friend, called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And in it, I found the perfect passage that made sense to me about meditation, so that I thought I would share it here. And again, I'll post the name of this book and the author if you are interested in taking a look. But what the book says about meditation is you can create a gap in the mind stream, right? So you picture your thinking as like a stream, a moving river, and meditation as just a gap, a tiny gap in that mind stream, by directing the focus of your attention into the now. And that's what I mean by supremely present. So you can just become intensely conscious of the present moment. So if you are out there and you're like, I want to try meditation, but it seems impossible to me, all you need to do, maybe even after you turn this video off, is just take a moment and focus on the present moment. And it is, as Eckhart Tolle says, a deeply satisfying thing to do. In this way, you draw consciousness away from mind activity and create a gap of no mind, in which you are highly alert and aware, but not thinking. This is the essence of meditation. And I just love that explanation of meditation, because it's not a clearing of the mind, it's not a moment of enlightenment, but it can be as simple as creating a gap in the thinking that we do constantly, in that chatter, by just sitting and focusing on the now. So to make that more tangible to you, the listener, my suggestion for an example to you is, after you turn off this video today, take a seat wherever you are, let the eyes shut down, and you start to lock into your senses in terms of what's happening right now, right? So once you shut your eyes, you can just start to listen to the sounds in the room, maybe listen to your own breath, and just notice. No judgment, right? No wondering what the sounds are. Is that a fan whirring? Maybe just listening. feel. Maybe feeling the mat underneath you, feeling the hands on the knees. Maybe the smells in the room, the taste in your mouth. And just dropping into right now. And as you focus on just the environment surrounding you, you'll realize that the mind chatter has found a gap and that you're really locked into what's present, what's now, even if it's as small as the sounds in the room or the feel of your fingertips on your body. And then you can savor that moment for as long as you can stay there until the mind starts to chatter again. And if you can find a minute a day to try to lock in to the now, then it will become easier over time, right? And maybe the mind chatter will find longer gaps. And you might open your eyes and realize much, much more than 1 minute has passed. So thank you for sharing your time with me today, and I hope that you find meditation is not as overwhelming as it may have once seemed. Hope to see you again soon.